So, as we settle in, there's often a sense of doing that occurs to us first. But I encourage you to let go of trying, let go of doing. This is a place where there's no one to be, and there's nothing to do. It's your choice. But there's no right way or wrong way to be. Give yourself the liberation of spontaneity. Simply be however you are. But if you like, give you permission to forget yourself. It's not as hard as it sounds. In fact, it's a big relief to forget who we are, yet be sober and conscious. So we start by stepping back from the thoughts in the mind. For it's in our memories only that we exist as this person. If you were to settle completely into this present moment with me, there's no time for thinking. The moment that you recognize a thought in your mind, the moment has passed. So all thinking is about the past or the future. There is no thought about the present moment. And so if we want to let go of who we are in the moment, we need to be in the moment. And it's as simple as finding a felt sense of the present moment that can anchor us and give us the kind of safety and familiarity that we look for in our mind, whether we like it or not. The anxiety created by our thinking is familiar, and we resort back to it when distressed or excited. So let's find that anchor here in the present moment. For some of you, it could just be the sound of my voice, and that's perfectly fine. If you listen with the kind of attention, the kind of passive, relaxed attention that happens when you daydream. Maybe you're sitting outside and you're thinking, and then for a moment, the thought stops. Any sound, just like my voice. And for that moment, the thoughts just stop on their own. And you're in a moment of reverie almost trance. And you're just there. And you feel the entirety of everything around you. But it's not overwhelming. It's you. And so when you see the tree sway, you feel the calm and peace of being cooled by the wind. And when the sun touches your skin, you don't have to think the sun feels good. You simply enjoy the sun. It's just there. It's with you. It's part of you. And this itself is the power of the present moment. This is the power of forgetting ourselves. When we forget ourselves, we are one with everything around us. There are no divisions. There's no conflict. There's no striving for what we need, what we think we need, what we think we fear. How can there be? It's all me. It's a me with no name. So maybe it's my voice that brings you into that reverie. Maybe it's your breath. Rarely do we think about our breathing during the day. It requires no thought to breathe. And so use the breath as your teacher. If you want to find the present moment, the moment with no name, where you are free to be with everything, the movement of the breath. It is a spiritual discipline all to itself. It needs no words. It needs no sacraments or rituals. No guilt. It is a complete spiritual program to follow the breath. When I first started meditating and would follow my breath, started to notice that I held my breath unconsciously. My mind was so busy, so distracting, that I would stop my breathing with the thoughts without even knowing. So I sat there meditating, and I thought, what a bad meditator I am. Again, just getting caught in the thoughts of who I am, rather than trusting the teacher, having faith, that a complete willingness to believe in a higher power will not lead us astray. We won't ask for the bread of the present moment and receive a stone. So watch that breath. Watch it come in through the nose. Don't control it. Don't try to deepen it. Just watch how naturally it falls with gravity. Just a very fine mist. Just falls down, nourishing the lungs, giving life to the arms and torso. And when it's time for the breath to collect up all the used oxygen, you naturally exhale. The breath departs and feeds the trees. And the trees breathe in our exhale, like a lover right before the mouths touch in a kiss. And that's us. That connection in the present moment, where my out breath isn't a loss. I don't lose my out breath. I simply breathe it in as the being around me. And this is what happens the more we consistently meditate. This felt sense of aliveness, and you can feel it now. Feel the awareness in your body. This feeling that you exist. It's not hard to find. What proves to you right now that you exist? It's not a thought. Your proof is your felt sense. Pinch yourself. You'll feel your aliveness. Or you can simply feel the blood pumping in your chest and your heart. Or maybe on the undersides of your wrists. Maybe right below where the ankle bone ends. That little soft piece of flesh before the heel. You can feel the pulse there sometimes. And that is the only thing we know for sure in this life. Everything else is hearsay or speculation. And it comes from the mind. And so fall to that felt sense of beingness. Let it lead you like the breath. Lead you like a teacher. Watch how that felt sense of aliveness seems to expand beyond our body. It's like the sun and its rays. Can't stop the sun rays from extending out to infinity into the horizon. See if you can feel that awareness of being alive and how it reaches out to my words even. What is that thing that reaches out and hears these words? It's the same being that creates these words. I watch it and listen to it as easily as you. When you realize that my voice has stopped, and maybe you realize that your awareness, your attention has gone back to thinking, there's no need to criticize ourselves or feel like we failed. That's just more thinking. If you've noticed that you've gone back to thought, fall back to beingness, your breath, the blood pulsing, the tree swaying, the feeling of the sun. Those are so much richer than any thought we can have. Practice falling back to those as your natural state of being, rather than describing everything with your mind.